What's socially acceptable in The Sims but not in real life? Going and sitting on someone's bed to eat your food. Or washing dishes in the bathroom sink when you have a perfectly serviceable kitchen sink. That's driven me crazy sometimes. They have a perfectly good sink or dishwasher in their kitchen. Why do they have to go up 3 flights of stairs to wash them in a bathroom? Calling a person you've met once just to chat. Proposing to your boyfriend or girlfriend after one date. Showing up at someone's house and then ignoring them to use their computer. In The Sims 4, ringing the doorbell of the person you just met earlier that day. Imagine the person you exchanged a friendly greeting with at the supermarket today suddenly knocking on your door at 8:30 p.m. Burying people in the yard. Burning a couple Sims to death so you have cool gravestone decorations for your other Sims' yard. Showering during dinner parties. At someone else's house. Suddenly doing push-ups while talking to someone. Totally not a bro alert. Pissing on the floor and then carrying on making dinner. Wait, you guys don't do that? It's actually really convenient. Having a romantic relationship with death. Building a room with no door and sticking your baby in there. When I found out that Child Protection Services can come take your neglected baby away no matter what you do in The Sims 3, I decided to test that. I built a small tower with no floors except for a small fenced square attached to the ceiling with pillars. I then placed the baby in its crib there and put the game on maximum speed. CPS just laughed and teleported into the suspended cage. They are omnipotent. Peeing right where you stand because no one sent you to the bathroom. Having a Sim's funeral with everyone in their bathing suits after that Sim drowned in a swimming pool. Entering someone else's home and using their toilet and insulting them repeatedly until you become arch nemesises. Going for a swim while someone is starving to death next to you. I once had a Sim suddenly die of an illness that made him laugh too much in a restaurant, and while most of his friends were crying and grieving, a few other just kept on eating like it was no big deal. Your friend calling you up and asking if you want to go to the club at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday. Making friends by repeatedly high-fiving complete strangers. This was me in Japan a few years ago and it worked great. I still talk to some of the people I met that week. Making friends by saying, "Ba harmi putar?" GLARCH, to a stranger. Shanuba nuba. Walking into someone's house and falling asleep in their bed. Getting your neighbors to swim in your pool just so you can build walls around it and drown them. Because they have the big house yet won't sell it. In real life you need to kill them in their house to get the house classified as a murder house so you get it cheaper. Feeding your toddler animal crackers for every meal. Showing up to anyone's house unannounced. No one says, "Come on in," when you knock on their door in real life. Asking how was someone's day for 100 times. How was your day? Watching TV with the Grim Reaper. Talking in gibberish. Simlish. Gravergava. According to my experiments. Getting in the pool and drowning yourself when God removes the ladder. Also needing an hour to take a piss before work. Murdering an entire family so that you can sleep with the Grim Reaper and move into their house. Throwing a party to lure all the residents, then removing all the exits, as well as all facilities, washrooms, food, appliances. Trying for baby with the Grim Reaper. Sims can no longer try for baby carrot with carrot the carrot grim carrot Reaper. Yelling at a fire instead of moving out of the way? And when the fire is out, kiss someone and go fuck. Drowning people in swimming pools. Don't do that IRL? Drowning your husband once you get bored of him. Having 100 kids with 100 different men. Kitchen toilet. Right there with no walls, doors around it. The Sims loved it. Marrying someone and then locking them in a room till they die. Good way to make money though. I feel like this is something people have definitely done historically. Meeting someone who is jogging through the neighborhood. Flirting and making out in the street for 10 hours. Getting engaged and married on the spot. Having them move in with you. Then trying for a baby 4 times in a row, all before work the next morning. Sex completely under the covers. Leaving a toddler to just sort of chill on the floor and go about their day while you go splash in a puddle with the neighbor kids. Then coming back and food processing some egg rolls for said toddler to eat. Laying a newborn baby on the bathroom floor and walking away. Kabizmi. Shul. Having babies and ignoring them. But this is the norm IRL. Letting a teddy bear in front of the door keep you from getting out. Starving in the swimming pool before drowning because there is no ladder. Dating someone you just met. I've managed to marry someone the same day I've met them. It's like Sim Nation is actually a district of Las Vegas and everyone is permanently drunk. You don't like me? Okay, let me tell you the same joke 15 times in a row. Now you feel 0/0 about me. Being a vampire and literally making a party just to suck everyone's blood. Sunday Sims 4 Derp Sunday. Get a neighbor to live with you so you get all their money. Drowning that person in the pool. Then repeat. Nobody frowns on that business model at all. Kidnapping your neighbors, locking them in a room and making them paint until you have a whole factory. Forcing a stranger to give you hundreds of high fives, and this torture will only stop after you got married. Inviting people to a party and drowning all of them in your swimming pool with a fence. Locking someone in your basement to constantly make paintings to sell in order to fund your lavish house and lifestyle. Abruptly shouting and wagging your finger when you want everyone to leave your house. It's not even a mean interaction. All the other Sims are just like, understandable, have a great day. My People Zoo, featuring Death who is trapped trying to get my dead baby. Having a gem floating over your head. I know that it's more of a physical impossibility, but come on, if there was a gem floating over your head, then people might think you're a ghost or something like that. Going to someone's house, breaking their toilet, showering in their shower, sleeping in their bed, eat their food, then insulting them. Killing people and then making friends with their ghosts. Dressing like a 4-year-old to your friend's wedding. Townies, I swear to God. Taking pictures of random people you've just met. Leaving your toddler alone at the beach to go fishing. Commencing in intercourse whilst your brother and 3 strangers stare intensely. Walking over and screaming at a stove fire that is spreading throughout the kitchen. Going to meet a new neighbor and immediately entering their home and using their toilet, eating their food, getting on their computer, turning on the TV, picking up the baby the second after they say hello to you. Killing people. Wait, what? You can't have Sims murder each other, can you? Fucking death. Woohooing 10 minutes after meeting. Cheating on your wife's mistress with your wife's mistress's ex-girlfriend's sister. Fucking someone to death. Not helping your loved ones out of a pool whose ladder has suddenly vanished, abs watching then die. Going to work after breaking the toilet, leaking water everywhere. Randomly showing up to someone's house that you barely know and staying until they force you to leave. Speaking with the Grim Reaper, I feel like that'd get you some strange looks. Building a small room around a guest and they die in there. Banging Darlene Bunch when she becomes 18. Cooking the baby and eating it. Spontaneously combusting. It was a glitch. Also, standing motionless next to a burning person till you catch fire as well. Cause why not? Just setting a plate down on the floor when you're done eating in front of like 10 people and then returning to a conversation. Kleptomaniac as a genuine personality trait. Taking out the pool ladder with guests in the pool. Building a wall around them and removing the door and seeing what happens. Being a vampire and building an underground prison for feeding purposes. I literally named that Sim Blood Doll. There was a full little house in the basement. Kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, enrichment like a bookshelf, computer, television. Blood Doll was not allowed through the door upstairs. His function was just to be there and occasionally be bitten by the resident vampire. Showing up at an acquaintance's house while they're at work, baking an entire goddamn cake, and leaving right as they get home. I'll always remember when I was talking about Sims at work with someone. Yeah, I didn't feed the kids enough and they got taken away. I was bummed, but I'll just make more and maybe remember to take care of them this time. Coworker. Well, my kids came out ass ugly so I kicked them out. What I didn't know is my boss was listening and didn't know we were talking about The Sims. Having a party and everyone starts making white cake. And doesn't finish them. Try for baby with the Grim Reaper. Walking into someone's ungated backyard and using their pool, hot tub, trampoline for an entire day. Try for baby with the Grim Reaper. Drown. Playing God. Naked toddlers in the street. Removing the ladder from your pool while someone is swimming in said pool. Drowning a baby. Murder. Incest relationship. This comment section is the best. XD. Forcing yourself on others. Given how quickly you can build relationships and how one-sided the interactions between Sims tend to be, it's not only socially acceptable but the norm for someone to decide that person is the one, and then go all out full attack mode. Existing relationship or marriage? Extremely incompatible personality? Who cares? You're mine. Oh, what's that? I have to pause my assembly of flirtatious jokes, pick-up lines and spontaneous hugs because you have to go to work? Well okay, but I'll be waiting outside your house when you get home so I can finish this. Platonic relationships are no different. Hey you're my new best friend. And then they are. Also, based on experiences playing The Sims 4 in San Myshuno, it's completely socially acceptable to just barge into someone else's apartment and help yourself to their stuff. Unless I remember to ban everyone but the household and lock the door, I'll get situations like a guy passing by deciding my place is a net cafe and helping himself to my computer. Try that in real life and see where you wind up spending the night. Locking people out is the first rule of dorm living in any of the universities. People would just stand in my Sims room staring. Removing my neighbor's pool ladder. Playing rock paper scissors until you fall in love, believe me I've tried. Meeting a stranger then getting married and having 10-year-old children the next day. Woohooing with people in the room. Getting changed in the living room in front of everyone. Having a shower and a fridge in your bedroom because the house is big and your Sim can't be bothered to go walk to the kitchen or bathroom. A teenager who can make a perfect lobster thermidor. Drowning people in the pool. I swear I don't do that, Grimace. Trying for a baby with the Grim Reaper. Owning a basement goblin artist slave that produces nothing but paintings for you to repeatedly sell. I heard you can do this in The Sims 2. Locking someone in a room and setting it on fire. Literally changing the universe by using a mod. Putting your baby in the barbecue, cooking them, eating them afterwards, feeding them to your friends. The Sims 2 mod. OMG WTF BBQ. Barbecue baby mod. I never got it to work, so sad. Imprisoning your neighbors and using one as your main art model, selling said art. Keeping them all alive until they succumb to old age. Dying to exhaustion in a swimming pool because it has no ladder. Waving at the ceiling and yelling whenever you need something. Forcing someone to walk through a maze for 8 hours to get to work, and then another 8 hours in the maze when they get home from an 8-hour shift. Pulling up to my neighbor's house to sleep with his wife. Walking up to a random house, knocking, and be welcomed in. Trapping people in the pool until they drown, if I'm to believe my lawyer. Kidnapping a whole bunch of strangers, turning them into a family and making it so that this is the new normal for them. Having an underground bunker with people trapped who do nothing but paint pictures to sell for money so my surface sim can do whatever they want without having to work. Pissing in public, like, no one cares in The Sims, but when I do it, it's, what the fuck Tommy. Walking into someone's house and playing on their computer. When I do that, police are called G's. Walking into the bathroom to find someone else already there. They pull their pants back on and you carry on a conversation with them until they piss themselves. Saying, Sul Sul Nubu, Za Woka Geneva. After she already said, Nishka Nishka. Impregnate the whole town and not have to pay for child support. Ignore crying babies. In Sims 3, I was at a costume party where a vampire starved to death in the bathroom. Everyone gathered around to watch him cry as the Grim Reaper dragged him off. As everyone was leaving, they were cheering about what a great party it was. Walking up to a random person on the street and saying, Ziba Gor Danu Kaz Karmi Batar Blar Shaka Bibidu. Speaking gibberish. Well, if we're talking about all Sims games, then eating babies is gonna have to be the top of my list. Killing your party guests in your swimming pool. Starting a pillow fight while naked. Moving in with a family, then locking them in a one-by-one room with no door until they starve to death, and then inheriting their money and estate. Getting yelled at for calling at 11 p.m. to go to a party. Most of my IRL friends would be down with it. Having sex at the diner table, while eating diner. Deleting a pool's ladder. Hitting on your neighbor's child the moment they hit puberty. Fucking the Grim Reaper. Shock them with a handshake. I played free play but whatever. Taking away someone's free will. Putting your toilet in your kitchen. Having 100 babies with 100 different men and neglecting every single child. Meeting someone for the first time ever, having sex 2 minutes later, and getting married immediately after. Letting a baby just live in the garden. trapping someone in the pool till they drown so you can marry their husband and have a drink with death to invite him to the wedding.
Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.